Who is for you? Think about really being sure at the kind of people that you have in your life. It really comes down to who is for you, who's not for you. People can sell a nice feature to your show. They can come and add. They can say, "Hey, man, I would like to be in your movie." Which is their life, right? And I like to bring something of my own into it, if you don't mind, as an extra. Who's for you? When people bring whatever they're bringing into your environment, they're either going to add to your life or they're going to take away from it. The best people you'll ever meet in your life are people who are not asking anything from you. Okay? They're a separate entity from you. They're totally detached. Okay? And when you get together with them, you'll find that you're not trying too hard. Something about their interaction with you, they don't place a heavy on you. I've been in the presence of people where they make you feel that you weren't good enough, or they've seen your work and they see what you can do, but you always get a sense that when you walk away from them, that they're going to be looking for the tiny little specks of imperfection in your work, so they can compare you to what is better. People have so many different ways to either project who they are, what they expect when you're in their presence, or they simply have an open harm policy where they're just happy to see you. It is such a nice and an amazing experience when people choose to simply just be. And when you have these people in your life, you can always be assured, whether it be the test of time or even where you are right now with them in this time you are, that the stuff they bring to the table is like a buffet. Because if you're a person of high principles and value, they have cooked up a storm of good and they'll bring their best to your table. I really do firmly believe that no matter what you're doing in your life to anybody, wherever you are, give them your best, not your less. Because when you're operating on these kinds of principles, God likes that, because God gives you his best. He doesn't give you his less. He gives you his best. And that's really what it comes down to in our experience, in our existence. And you really don't want to spend your time, because time does go by. Trust me, time waits for no one. And the more time you spend with certain types of people who are not for you, they will guaranteed bring bad dishes to your table, and it will be a slow poisoning to your life. Someone once said that we are not going to be remembered for what we were done. We will be remembered for how we made people feel. And throughout my life, people have done some stuff that has kind of really made me go, wow, like I can't believe they were that way. They were like, wow, they were not nice at all. But it's how they made me feel that was probably more the painful part of it. Because, well, what they're doing, the small innuendos, the little tiny things that we don't really notice on a physical sight level or a physical hearing level, the tone by which they operate, the way they will speak to you, the chosen words they will say, that not only that they will say something, but it's that extra comment that will leave you feeling less. I've learned throughout my life that um, they said that just as water falls off the duck's back, so be like this in life. And it is the truth. I mean, you take a diamond and you put it in any environment, uh, it will eventually still, just give it a good wash, and it's still going to be a diamond because nothing of the filth was able to get into it to tarnish it. Same with gold, right? Gold cannot change its composition for anything. And through the crucible of your experiences, you will make a decision to either shine or to basically allow them to have power in your life by what they're doing, especially when they're doing something not good for you. It is of utmost importance that however you're interacting with, whomever you're interacting with, they must bring what is of good quality stuff into your life if you are operating on that level. And when they don't and they can't, this is where you can forgive them, because some people just are unable to. You have to make you must make choices that it's not to your benefit. And the reason is why it's not to your benefit. See, some people can get very confident in their life, and I was one of those people that really where you think that it's not really going to affect you. And until you have come to a place where it really doesn't affect you, you will find the less of these kinds of people will show up in your life, because they're like a homing pigeon, and they have to find their home where they can nest in. And that home is their dumping ground. And if they're able to dump into you, they are going to home in to you. They will perch, they will create their nest, and they'll stick around until you boot them out. A lot of times you're going to spend in your life, I would, and I'm saying you don't, but I advise this. You spend a lot of time in quietness, getting to know what's going on inside of you. Now, experiences will bring it to light, because the repetition of certain things that are going on in your life is probably the biggest teacher that you'll ever have, because they'll teach you not that there's something wrong with them, there's something not right within you, why they are coming in and staying and doing what they're doing. And although they create damage, your healing comes about when you are willing to shake, when you are able to, I should say willing, well, willing plays a part of it, but you're able to now shake it off. Because it really comes down to it that they're making a deposit. However, people do whatever they do, however they operate, some people are very nice to be around. And they how can I put it? What they bring not only awareness, they're very well aware that they're not out to hurt anybody, and they're not out to give something that they don't want given back to them. That's where Jesus said that do unto others as you would have them do unto you, right? That the same kind of good stuff that you would like have done to you, do to others. and you don't break the record. You keep it consistent. And eventually, you will, in your experiences, you are going to encounter other people who are on along the same path, who are bringers of good. And when you form those kinds of friendships and those kinds of unions, the power that these people have of consistently showing up in your environment breaks, and it becomes a lesser and lesser and lesser until you go looking for them, they're nowhere. As a matter of fact, you don't ever go looking for them, they're just nowhere to be seen, because they are not able to come perch and make their house in your home the way a nasty bird would. Jesus says the kingdom of heaven is just like that. It's like trees that grow up. And he says that both the good birds and the bad birds come and perch in its branches. And in your quality, in your going after the higher place in life, it is of utmost important that bad birds get pushed out by all the good birds, and they can't find a home because your tree smells too good. So I'm just going to leave you with that people have ways of affecting our lives, and it is your way to choose and to make it's a determined choice, because at some point it's not going to be you wake up and you go, no, this isn't haphazard. One thing really does lead to another. You make a choice that, hey, you know what, because I deserve quality, this is where boundaries get put in place. So you all have a good day, and do like and subscribe. Thank you.